Good morning, students. Today we are going to start with exercise 2.3 of fraction decimals. Today I'll try to wrap up this exercise because your exams are from 17th of May. So I just request you all watch those videos that we are uploading on Ursel. Try to submit your worksheet. If you have any doubt, you can ask those doubts and queries in the Zoom session, because these Zoom sessions are basically the doubt sessions for you all. Okay. So without wasting any more time, I'll just explain you how to solve the questions. So this is the question number 1, that find 1 by 4 of 1 by 4. So these types of questions I have already covered in last video. I hope you have seen those videos, right? Now 1 by 4 of 1 by 4 means 1 by 4 of means multiplication of 1 by 4. So when you multiply these two terms, because when you have two fractions, when you are multiplying two fractions, you need to multiply the numerators together and you need to multiply the denominators together, right? So 1 ones are 1, and when you multiply the denominators, 4 fours are 16. This is your answer. Similarly, 1 upon 4 of 4 upon 3 means 4 ones are 4, 4 ones are 4, so 1 upon 3 is your answer. Any doubt? Similarly, I have 1 upon 7 when I multiply it with 2 upon 9. So here nothing is cancel out with each other, right? No one can be cancel out by the other value. Like 2 cannot be cancel out with 7, neither 9. So I can simply multiply the numerators. 2 ones are 2 and 9 sevens are 63. So this is your answer. Similarly, you have 1 upon 7 of 3 upon 10. What you can write is 3 ones are 3 and 7 tens are 70. So this is your answer. Please note it down fast, and if you have any query regarding the video, the content that we are providing you in the video, you are free to ask in Zoom sessions, okay? But for that you all need to watch these videos and you need to attend the Zoom sessions. Note it down fast. Now the second question is multiply and reduce to lower form. What does this mean is you have some lower forms, but this lower form is multiplied with a mixed fraction. So first you need to convert this mixed fraction to the lowest form, okay? How? 2 by 3, though I have explained you this thing also in the earlier classes, that how to convert a mixed fraction to the lower fraction. Like you just need to multiply these two terms, 3 2s are 6, and then you need to add the result with 2, right? So this is the multiplication sign, this is the addition sign. So 3 2s are 6 plus 2 8. So 8 upon 3. You cannot cancel out 8 with 3, you cannot cancel out 2 with 3, right? So what you will do, you just multiply these numerators, you will get 8 2s are 16 and 3 3s are 9. So this is your answer. Now in this question, you can cancel out 6 and 8, right? Because both are the multiplication, both are the multiples of 2, right? So 2 3s are 6 and 2 4s are 8. But now you cannot cancel out 4 by 3 and you cannot cancel out 3 by 4, right? So here you have only one option. You need to multiply these two numerators. 3 3s are 9 and these two denominators, 4 4s are 16. So this is your answer. Now fifth part. Now you have two fractions. 3 ones are 3, 3 5s are 15. So your answer is 5 upon 8. So these are some simple questions in your exercise. Please note it down fast, and rest are for your homework. I mean, I have intentionally left some of the parts of question number first, question number second. The reason is so that you people can practice those questions, and if you have any doubt, you can ask to me those questions in the Zoom session, okay? Please note it down fast. Now see the third question. Multiply the fractions. So every time you need to first convert the mixed fraction to the lower form, okay? So how to solve this? You need to multiply these two terms and then add the result with this. Similarly, you need to multiply these two terms, then add the result with this. Similarly, you need to multiply these two terms and add the result with this. So in this way you can convert a mixed fraction to the lower form, okay, and to the simple fraction. So 2 upon 5 you have 5 4s are 20 plus 1, 21 upon 4. 4 is a multiple of 2, so you can cancel out. 2 1s are 2, 2 2s are 4. So 21 1s are 21, 5 2s are 10. So this is your fraction. This is the simplest form of your fraction, okay, after converting the mixed fraction to the lowest form. Now you have the next is 3 by 2. 3 5s are 15 plus 1, 16 by 3, right? 3 1s are 3, 3 1s are 3, 2 1s are 2, 2 8s are 16. So your answer is 8, or you can write 8 upon 1, okay. Now 5 3s are 15, 15 plus 2, 17, right? 5 3s are 15 plus 2, 17 into 4 upon 7. You cannot subtract, you cannot cancel out 17 by 7, you cannot cancel out 4 by 5, right? What you need to do is you just need to multiply the numerators and denominators respectively, right? 4 7s are 28, 4 1s are 4, 5 6. That means 17 4s are 68. So on the numerator what I'll get? 68. 7 5s are 35. So this is the answer. So in this way I just multiply the fractions given in the question, and the answers are 21 by 10, 8 by 1, or you can say 8, and 68 by 35. Note it down fast. The rest are for your homework. You can even convert these, you can even convert, or you can even represent these fractions into the mixed fractions also. How? 10 2s are 20, 1 upon 10. 10 2s are 20, 1 upon 10. 10 2s are 20 and the remainder is 1. So I have explained you in the earlier lecture that how you can represent a fraction to the mixed fraction like this. 10 come here and 1 goes there and 2 like this. So 2 1 by 10. So 10 2s are 20 plus 1, 21 by 10. This is simplest. I mean 8 upon 1 is equals to 8. No need to change into the mixed fraction. You cannot even change this into the mixed fraction, okay. Now 35 and 68. Now you can write, when you divide 68 by 35, so 35 2s are 70. So 31 1s are 35 1s are 35. So you will get 3 and 3. So 1, 35 and 33. So you can simply represent this like this: 1 33 upon 35. So 35 1s are 35 plus 33 will give you 68. So this is the representation of this fraction into the mixed fraction, okay. So in this way you have represented the simplest fraction into the mixed fraction as you did here. 21 by 10 can be written as 21 by 10. Now the question number 4 is, Sally plants 4 saplings in a row. Sally कोई एक लड़की है जिसने की 4 saplings आप बोल सकते हैं कली, ठीक है। उन्होंने 4 saplings in a row अपने गार्डन में लगाई है. The distance between two, this is between, okay. The distance between 2 adjacent saplings. What does this adjacent means? एक के बाद एक, or you can say अगल बगल में, right? In Hindi you can say adjacent अगल बगल में. So the 2 adjacent sapling is 3 by 4 meters, and you need to find the distance between the first and the last sapling. That means you need to find the distance between the first sapling and the fourth sapling, okay. Now see how you can solve this question. Let's say you have one sapling here. Here is the next sapling. Then you have third sapling, and then she planted the fourth sapling. So this is the first sapling, this is the second, this is the third, and this is the fourth one, or you can say the last one, right? Now these are the adjacent saplings, these two are the adjacent saplings, and these two are the adjacent saplings. Okay, now Sally plants 4 saplings in a row in a garden. The distance between two adjacent sapling is 3/4. That means you can say the distance between these two sapling is 3/4, right? You can say 3/4 meters, 3/4 meters, and 3/4 meters. So these two saplings are 3/4 meters apart. These two saplings are 3/4 meters apart. Even these two saplings are 3/4 meters apart. But the question asked is, find the distance between the first and the last sapling. So you just need to calculate the total distance between first and the last sapling. How you can calculate? You can simply write 3/4 plus 3/4 plus 3/4. So you just need to add this one, this one, this one to get the complete length, or you can say the distance between the first and the last sapling. Or you can simply write, this can be written as 3 into 3/4, or you can write 9/4 meters. So the total distance between the first and the fourth or the last sapling is 9/4 meters, or you can simply write 4 2s are 8, 1/4 meters. 4 2s are 8 plus 1, 9, 9/4 meters. So this is the answer. Please note it down fast. So these are the 4 saplings, and the distance between the adjacent saplings is 3/4, which is given in the question. And you just simply add these 3 values. Why I have written 3? Because I have 3/4 3 times. So I just simply write 3 into 3/4 is equals to 9/4 meters. Note it down fast so that we will cover more and more questions. Now see the next question. There's a girl, Lipika, who reads a book for 1 3/4 hours, right? Every day. So daily she reads 1 3/4 hours a book. She reads the entire book in 6 days, and overall she took 6 days to complete that book. How many hours in all were required by her to read the book? सिंपल क्वेश्चन है बेटा. एक स्टूडेंट है, लेट्स से लिपिका, जो कि 1 3/4 आवर्स डेली एक बुक को पढ़ती है, एंड इन 6 डेज शी कम्प्लीटली रेड द बुक, और पूरा उसने उसको पढ़ लिया 6 डेज में. एंटायर मीन्स बेटा कंप्लीट, पूरा. ओके 6 डेज में उसने पूरी बुक को पढ़ ली. दैट मीन्स अब वो आपसे क्वेश्चन पूछ रहा है कि इन आवर्स, आप टाइम बताइए आवर्स में, दैट हाउ मच आवर्स शी टुक टू कंप्लीट दैट book, right? So first I'll convert 1 3/4 hours in the simplest form. Daily Lipika reads 1 3/4 hours, or you can simply write 4 ones are 4 plus 3, 7/4 hours. In a day she reads that book 7/4 hours, right? Now how many days she read that book? 6 days. Okay, so on the first day, second, third day, fourth, fifth and sixth day. So the first day she read 7/4 hours. In the second day again she devoted 7/4 hours. Even the fourth day she devoted 7/4 hours. This is called the consistency, that in the 6 days she devoted 7/4 hours to that book. How many hours she took? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or you can simply say that 7/4 is appearing here in this expression 6 times. So you can simply write 6 into 7/4 hours, right? Now you can say 2 2s are 4 and 2 3s are 6. So 7 3s are 21 divided by 2 hours, right? So in and all 6 days are there, but in terms of hours she devoted 21/2 hours to complete that book, okay? Or you can simply write 10 1/2 hours. 10 2s are 20 plus 1 21/2 hours. So this much time Lipika took to read that complete book. Is this clear to you all or not? If not, no problem, you people are free to ask me in the Zoom session, okay? Now the next question is, a car runs 16 kilometers using 1 liter of petrol. How much distance will it cover using 2 3/4 liters of petrol? The question is, एक गाड़ी है बेटा जो कि 1 लीटर पेट्रोल में 16 किलोमीटर वो ट्रैवल कर लेती है. सो क्वेश्चन इज हाउ मच डिस्टेंस विल इट कवर? वो कार कितना डिस्टेंस कवर करेगी बेटा इफ़ दैट कार हैज़ 2 3/4 लीटर ऑफ पेट्रोल. अगर उस कार में 2 3/4 लीटर ऑफ पेट्रोल है बेटा तो वो कितना डिस्टेंस ट्रैवल करेगी, ओके? First you need to convert this mixed fraction into the simplest form. So you can write 4 2s are 8 plus 3 11/4 liters. Now what you will write? You will say in 1 liter of petrol a car can run 16 kilometers of distance. So in 11/4 liters of petrol a car can run 16 into 11/4 kilometers of distance. Now you can write 4 1s are 4, 4 4s are 16, that means 44 kilometer of distance is covered by that car into 3/4 liters of petrol. So this is your answer. So this is your answer. So in 1 liter of petrol the car can travel 16 kilometers. So in 11/4 liters the car can travel 44 kilometers. I simply use unitary method here to solve this question. This is nothing but the unitary method, beta. Now the first question of your exercise 2.4, this is nothing but the division of fractions, sorry. So this is nothing but the division of fractions. I can write division of fractions. So you have 2 fractions and you just need to divide these fractions. So you can write 12 divided by 1 divided by 3/4. And the class I explain you how to solve the fraction division of 2 fraction in the class. So you just need to multiply these 2 terms. You need to multiply these 2 terms and you need to multiply these 2 terms, right? So what you will get in the answer? 12 4s are 48 divided by 1 into 3. Now 12 is a multiple of 3, so 3 1s are 3, 3 4s are 12, so you will get 16 divided by 1. So this is your answer. Or you can simply write 16 as the answer. Any doubt? So this is nothing but the division of fractions, and I have already covered this part in the class also, right? Now the next is 8 divided by 1 when divided by 7 by 3. So I just multiply these two terms and I just multiply these two terms, right? So what you will get in the answer? 8 into 3 and 1 into 7. So 8 3s are 24 divided by 7. So this is your answer. Any doubt? Now, in the fifth part, first you need to convert 2 1 by 3 in the simplest form, right? Because this is the mixed fraction. So first you will convert this like you have 3 upon 1 when divided by 3 2s are 6 plus 1 7 by 3. So you can write 3 divided by 1 divided by 7 divided by 3. So what you can do is we can just multiply these two terms together and these two terms together, right? So what you will get? You will get 3 into 3 divided by 1 into 7, or you can write 9 upon 7. So this is your answer. So this is the simplest way of dividing or division of two fractions, where you multiplied the middle terms and the two extreme terms, right? So 12 into 4 is in the numerator and 3 into 1 is in the denominator. Same way like this, 8 into 3 in the numerator. So you just multiply the two extreme terms and just multiply the middle terms. The middle terms come in the denominator and the extreme terms, multiplication of the extreme terms come into the numerator. Similarly, 3 into 3 is 3 into 3 and 1 into 7. So 9 upon 7, this is the answer. So this is last for the day. Rest is for your homework. If you have any doubt, you people are free to ask me in the Zoom session. But before that, you all need to watch those videos that we are uploading on Ursel. You need to submit your work and you need to attend the Zoom session. Okay. So this is all for the day, students. Thank you.